Hi guys, welcome back to the Curl Factory. It's Racquel. Today's video is a highly requested video by you guys, and I might mispronounce the name of this brand. Today's review is going to be on the Umberto Giannini. I think that's how you say it. It's going to be on two of their stylers today. But before we get into this video, please subscribe and also follow me on social media. I bought two of the styling products. I know these products are not in all the Click stores yet. Even myself, the Clicks close to me, I had to go to two different stores. Some have some of the products, some don't. So you have to kind of just keep going back. It's new in the stores, so hopefully they will have most of the Click stores stocked with all of these products. So I bought two of their stylers. I bought their Creme de la Colle, a curl control cream that promises to moisturize and to hold, define, de-frizz, and it is also a heat style for unruly curls. And I also got the More Than Moisture Twirling and Styling Defining Cream for naturally curly and super curly hair. So in pure Curl Factory style, I used each one on either side. So as I'm talking, you guys can look at the results. I will talk about the results at the end, but let's start off with the packaging. The packaging is really nice. When you see this on the shelves, you can spot it. The pink pops out. The writing is like, okay, what is this? It makes you want to look at the product. So I do like the packaging of the products. It tells us that they are all vegan and cruelty free. This one is 150 milliliters or 5.0 fluid ounces, and the size of this product is 200 milliliters or 6.7 fluid ounces. So this one is a little bit bigger. I do like the packaging. I think it's kind of fun. I like the pink, so this is going to get 4 out of 5. That's 4 curls for packaging. Let's move on to the price, because we know that price matters. Both of these products at Clicks. Here is my receipt. I bought them for 149 Rand and 99 cents. 150 Rand, they're kind of small, not a lot of product. However, I do think they kind of priced fairly well in the South African market. For this to be an imported product for 150 Rand, I think it's okay. Not too expensive, not too cheap. So this is going to get 3 out of 5. That's 3 curls for price. Now let's delve a little deeper into this review. Let's talk about the application. So on this side of my hair, I applied the Creme de la Colle. It's a curl control cream. Now the instructions of both of these stylers were very, very interesting. And I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, Racquel, you should have put, a gel over or a jelly over. You can do that, but I follow the instructions for the purpose of the review, the way that they tell us how to use a product. So for the Creme de la Colle, which is a curl control cream, it says apply enough creme to evenly cover hair, to air dry. It's all about the hands. Now, my interpretation of this is that both of these require a little bit of help. For my hair to curl, my hair needs no help to curl. I don't need to scrunch to get my curls defined. I don't need to finger curl. I don't need to diffuse. There are some curly girls whose curls do require a bit of assistance to get defined, and that's okay. A Denman brush for definition and so forth. And these products seem to be, the directions at least, seem to lean towards ladies who do assist their curls a little bit, as I said, with the Denman brush or with their hands and scrunching and diffusing and so forth. So for this product, it says to air dry, it's all about the hands. Now I air dried. My hair took so long to dry, and I'm just going to insert what my hair looked like when I woke up this morning. It's day 2. I've woken up in the morning. My hair was very damp. So I had to diffuse my hair a little bit, and just after diffusing for about 5 minutes, this is what my hair looks like.
I have not refreshed my hair. I haven't added any more product or any water. I will see if I am going to refresh it, but this is what day 2 hair looks like.
So I know that this video was more linked to the results, but I just wanted to mention the fact that my hair was damp in the morning and I had to diffuse. So the creams are very heavy. They're very heavy, so if you have finer hair, your hair is going to take quite long to dry. And that was something that I was a bit surprised about. I know creams are heavier than gels, but my hair was damp the next morning. It says, back to the instructions, use your hand to twirl some of the more unruly or broken up areas of curl into a spiral and flatten or lift your roots depending on what look you like and leave to dry. Perfect for those days when curl tweaks call for a little heat to straighten things out. That's I'm a bit confused. Even when I read earlier the whole heat thing, I'm not sure if they're talking about diffusing, not very clear. So I just let my hair air dry. When it comes to the smell of this product, it has a very soft smell and it's just a cream. It's a very thick cream as well. A very soft smell. I'm okay with the smell of this product. Yeah, and it's very soft to the touch as well. So for application, I applied it rather in very small sections, and I smoothed it through my hair, and it clumped my curls really well. And I'm going to talk about the results. So the application was really nice, clumps the curls really well. This product really reminds me of the Marc Jacobs. I'm going to insert a picture, especially the results. It reminds me of the Marc Jacobs, the yellow packaging one. You guys can see a picture. That's what it reminds me about. They don't smell the same. The consistency of the creams are also a little bit similar. So applied it on this side. Everything went well. No complaints with the application. Then on this side here, I used the More Than Moisture Twirling and Styling Defining Cream for naturally curly and super curly hair. The instructions on this one, also very interesting. It says apply to wet or dry hair from roots to ends and air dry or diffuse. Super curly girls can use on wet hair and then reapply to dry hair for a maximum moisture boost. Now, I do have some super curly hair. I do have some type 4A curls, and if I have to apply any more of this product on my hair being dry, I'm going to have way too much product on my hair. So for the application of this one, there's some hair, because this is what happens when you use products. There's some hair in my styling cream. This one also has a bit of a nice smell to it. This one is so thick. You use such a little bit of product for this. Now, when it comes to application, guys, this is the confusing part for both of these products. Especially this one here. Guys, I used such a little bit of product, but in order for me to coat my curls, I had to use a lot of product, which weighed my hair down so much. And you guys know I'm here for weigh down hair. I'm here for no volume. But when I woke up in the morning before diffusing, my hair was so flat. It was even too flat for me because both of these products really weighed down my hair. And this is the tricky part, is how much product should you use to get the results that you want. It's really going to be trial and error. Too little product, it's going to cause a lot of frizz. Too much product is really going to weigh your hair down. And if I'm going to then add a gel on top of these very heavy creams, it's a bit 50-50. Now, some people might disagree with me with how heavy these products are, but I can tell you just how weighed down my hair personally is. So just be very careful as to how much product you choose to use. So applied on this side in sections. Application, no problem at all. When it comes to application, these are going to get 4 out of 5, which is 4 curls for application. The reason I'm giving it 4 curls is because they're creamy, they go on really well. There's no problem when it comes to the application of it. How much product will affect the results? So let's go into the results of both of these two products. Now, personally, I don't see a difference. I really don't see a difference. I think this side here, which is the More Than Moisture, might have a little bit more volume, but in terms of definition, they're both the same. What I like about both of these creams is they deliver on definition. My curls are very defined, something that I like. I'm more of a definition over volume type of person when it comes to wearing my hair. It's a personal preference. My curls are not pillow soft. They have hold. Both of these stylers give a lot of hold. Something I don't like, which is so surprising, your hair's going to be really flat. And I think diffusing is something that might work with this. Protective styles, twist outs, that type of thing, maybe. But this is what I got from a wash and go. And I can tell you guys, this is day 2 hair, day 3 hair, not so much. What I also liked is that I didn't need to refresh my hair, which is, it's good. That's like a thumbs up. Not much refreshing on day 2, even though I still had to diffuse my hair. Hair takes very long to dry with these creams as well. So when it comes to the results, I think the results are okay. It's not amazing. I'm not wowed by the results, and they're so similar. And this one, just to go back, is 150 milliliters. This one is 200 milliliters. I would actually buy this one again because it's more product. This one is a lot thicker than this one. So depending on how you like the consistency of your products, that will also help you decide which one it is that you should use. More product, but it's also a lot thicker. So if you have finer hair, this might be too thick for you. This one might be the one that you should lean to. But yeah, I think for results, both of these are going to get 3.5 out of 5. That's 3.5 curls for results. To wrap up the video, guys, I'm not blown away by the products. I think for me, they're just okay. You know how I feel about curl creams. I don't think I'm going to buy any of them again simply because they are curl creams. I will keep these, especially like for the weekend, or if I'm going away, a little holiday, a short left, a staycation. I could grab them because they're nice and small when it comes to packing. But yeah, just okay for me personally. Not my go-tos, won't be my go-tos, but just my personal thoughts and opinions on this. Is the Umberto Giannini products. And yeah, before I say goodbye to you guys, I just want to say something about this product a little bit more. It does promise moisture because this is the More Than Moisture styling cream. I mean, even if I feel my hair, if I look at my hair, it's not much. There's just a little bit more moisture than the Creme de Colle, just a little bit. And I think the thickness also helps with the moisture levels. And this one contains organic coconut oil, shea butter, argan oil, and muru butter. I think that's how you say it. The ingredients on here, I'm not too sure what this contains. There's not much information about that besides it saying that it is an invisible smoothing hydration cream. It de-frizzes, moisturizes, and defines hair with the built-in heat protection, perfect for air drying and heat styling as well. I will put in the description box if these are Curly Girl approved. And yeah, it's a wrap, guys, for my thoughts and my personal review on these two styling products from Umberto Giannini. You can get them at Clicks. As always, guys, oh, before I say goodbye, I'm going to be reviewing other products from this line as well. There's a hair mask I'm going to review after this, a leave-in conditioner, and they also have a jelly, which is a styler or a styling jelly. So I'm going to be filming those videos as well, and you can check them out as I post them. So as always, guys, if you want to know more about this line, I'm planning on posting videos on Fridays and Saturdays. So come back to my channel and check out the rest of the reviews. So guys, as always, you'll see me again. Bye.